My name's Kaila Rome. I'm the Executive Director at the North Liberty Community Pantry. The pantry's been in this community for 36 years, and we serve over 750 families from the North Liberty area and the surrounding towns. And we typically give out over 300,000 pounds of food and toiletries each year. So families who utilize the pantry services come in and shop for food and toiletries that fit their needs best. And then we also provide grocery delivery as well as a community garden and growing and learning space. And then recently we opened our community closet to provide free clothing and socks and underwear to families in our community as well. So North Liberty residents can best access our services by showing up at the pantry during our open hours. The pantry is at 89 North Jones Boulevard. We're open Monday through Thursday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 6 p.m. They can also call us at 319-626-2711, or they can reach out to us on social media or via email or on our website. And anyone who expresses a need for food, we want to make sure that we can meet that need regardless of income level, and we really try to keep barriers as low as possible. So our pantry is primarily funded by individuals and local businesses. Over 70% of our funding comes from individual donors through social media or people who write checks and send them in or drop them off. And we also get great amount of support from the City of North Liberty. And then in addition to that, we write grants from either corporations or through local churches or other grant funding organizations and foundations. The best way to give is folks can give their time, they can give their talent, or they can give financial donations. We encourage the community at every level to stay involved with the pantry in any way. So even if a child is hosting a lemonade stand and wants to donate quarters, we love to see that type of engagement. Folks want to clean out their cabinets and donate food that's still in great shape. We would love to accept those donations. And then dollars go really far, so we're able to purchase at least 5 pounds of food with every $1 that's donated. So we always encourage financial gifts because then we can have a little bit more buying power and also have a little bit more control over inventory and when we have space to purchase food that we need. The pandemic has had a pretty big impact on both families in need of services. We've seen an increase in requests for services, a lot of new families enrolling for assistance. But the biggest impact to the organization really has been a loss of volunteers. And we've had a really strong volunteer base for many, many years, and the pandemic has really shown people that maybe they enjoy a little bit more time off from volunteering, and also maybe it's just not the way that people want to give back anymore, is that in-person interaction. So we're pretty low supply of volunteers right now and could always use more hands. In addition to that, we realized that there was a need for clothing that just was not being met anywhere else in the community. So we opened up the clothing pantry in response to the needs coming out of the pandemic as well. And again, we really need volunteers to help distribute all that clothing and help meet those needs. We are feeling the impacts of the pandemic still in terms of just trying to make sure that everyone is safe, taking lots of precautions. The entire shopping process has gotten a little bit slower because we let families in one at a time to make sure there's enough distance. We are still purchasing extra cleaning products and personal protective equipment. So those are some of the challenges that we're still dealing with and probably will be dealing with for a little while into the future. The North Liberty Community Pantry has been one of the longest standing organizations in the community, right after the library, I think. So anyone who is new to the area usually starts at the pantry in terms of collaboration and partnerships. So there's a limit to what we can do at the pantry as far as giving out food, toiletries, and clothing. But we know that families in need have a lot of need for other resources. So we work closely with folks at Table to Table to help receive food and get our shelves full. We work with the schools, local student and family advocates to help meet individual requests for families who are new to town or maybe have children who might be struggling, getting all of the resources that they need. We have resources and referrals for financial assistance through community crisis services, through Shelter House when they have financial assistance, through utility assistance. We also have information for domestic violence intervention program as well as rape victim advocacy program. We really try to be a hub for those resources and connect people as much as we can to the things that we can't provide but we know are great resources out in the community. Some of the biggest projects that we're working on right now is just getting back to that regular level of service and making sure that we have enough volunteers to staff all the shifts that were open and that we're really addressing the current needs of our community members. With the community closet, the clothing pantry that we just opened, we really are just trying to get on top of all of the generous donations that have been pouring in. We have mountains of clothing that we're eager to get it out the door to people who are in need of it. Another project is really just taking into account how long the pantry has been in this community. So for 36 years, we've built our first building that we're still in today and are quickly growing out of it. So we're looking at how do we meet the needs and meet our staff space needs and our volunteers' need for space and storage. So we're definitely exploring ways of either reaching out more into the community or building on to what we currently have so that way we can sort of keep up with the demand.